Hey guys, Pat here, and we are going into some shoulder work today, okay? So what I'd like you to do is, if you do not own hand weights, then I want you to grab some canned vegetables or fruit that you have in the house. All I want you to make sure of is that it fits, your hand fits completely around that object. You're just adding a little bit of resistance, okay? So not a big, huge economy size can, but definitely something that's going to provide some sort of resistance. You can also do this without weights. It's good rehab for people that have shoulder issues. Other than that, I'm going to use some 5 pounds that I have. If you have different weights, then I want you to start with your heavier weight, and then as we go through the process, drop to your lighter weights, okay? Level 1, you're going to be seated when you do this exercise. And level 2, you're going to be standing. Because anytime you stand for an exercise, you should be engaging your core always. So you're sucking in that belly to your lower back, and you're tightening up those glutes with that slight bend in your knees, and we'll walk through the process. All right? Let's get started. I'm going to start level 1 first, so I'm going to be sitting. All right? So when you're sitting, okay, feet shoulder width apart directly in front of you, feet flat on the floor, okay, knees are bent. Hopefully you have something you're sitting on that's going to give you that 90-degree angle, okay? Not too much important, just as long as you're sitting up nice and tall, okay? I want you to take those weights or your cans in your hands, okay? Now, right here, before you ever get started, I want you to suck in that core. Good. And I want you to hold it nice and tight during the entire exercise, okay? Grab those weights in your hands, okay? What I want you to do is take those shoulders, roll them back and down. You want a lot of space between your ear and your shoulder. You don't want them drawn up like this. So think about pushing those shoulders down into the floor, okay? You want an overhand grip on your weights, meaning wrap those fingers around. And when we've done these exercises before, remember, you don't have a death grip on those weights, okay? You're just holding them so that they don't hit the floor. Your thumbs are going to be wrapped around the opposite side, okay? Weights come right down next to your sides. Okay, so make sure that whatever you're sitting on, you're able to scoot to the edge so that your range of motion is not going to be blocked by whatever object you're using to sit on. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to lift straight forward. No slight bend in the elbows. Don't lock those arms out. Slight bend in the elbows. You're not coming above shoulder height, but you do need to get that wrist up there in alignment with your shoulder. So that is 1. Come back to the side. And then lift straight out, okay? Again, slight bend in the elbows. We're not lifting higher than the shoulders. We're right even with the shoulders. Still, overhand grip. Try to keeping those wrists as straight as possible, lower down. Lift forward, come all the way down to the side, and then out to the side. Good. Those wrists are going to stay in perfect alignment with your shoulders, and then out to the side. So, here's your count. Lifting forward, and lower, and out, and lower. That's 1. Forward, down, and out, down. That's 2. Now watch how long it takes to get that rep up there. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, hold, down, 2, 3, hold. Up, 2, 3, hold, down, 2, 3, hold. Out, 2, 3, hold, down, 2, 3, hold. What I want you to focus on, nice, slow, and controlled movements, okay? None of this. We're not going up and then down, because look what happens to my upper body. Okay, I'm swinging. So then you're getting the momentum of your chest and your back, okay, and we're focusing on shoulders. And you notice that when you're doing that swinging motion, it's easier to get that weight up than if you were slow and controlled, because you're targeting core muscles too when you're lifting, okay, as long as you keep that sucked in and engaged. Level 2, all you're doing is you're standing, okay, feet shoulder width apart, okay. Now for that forward raise, you're going to lay those palms, your thumbs, straight down on your thighs, okay. We're going to lift straight forward and lower, and then out to the side and lower. Good. Straight forward and lower, and straight out to the side and lower. Good. Forward, lower, and out to the side, and lower. Good. On your sets, okay, forward and then side, that's 1, okay? I want you to do it 10 times. So you're gonna get full range of motion, okay, for 10. Take a break, okay, decide what you want to use next, whether no weights at all, because your arms may be pretty tired, especially if you haven't done these before or in a while, okay? This is it's gonna get a little wore out, okay? So if you started with those cans, that second set you may not want to use any resistance at all, or you may get halfway through that set and notice that you're doing this. Then I want you to drop whatever resistance you have and just go through the motions without any weights, okay? If you have several levels of weights, say you have 3s, 5s, and 8s, then that first set, I want you to start with the 8s, okay? Because that's when you're going to have the most strength, is right in the beginning. That second set, drop down to the 5s, and the third set, drop down to the 3s, okay? So that's the way you're going to change up your levels. So you're doing 3 sets of 10 repetitions each, making sure that you get both of those movements as one, okay? 30 to 45 second in between sets, and then you're done. Now, in order to stretch out your shoulders, okay, what I like to tell my clients to do, especially if you have something you can sit on, go ahead and put whatever resistance that was in your hand on one side, on the shoulder you want to stretch, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to let the weight just hang, okay? We're not resisting the weight, we're just allowing gravity to pull that shoulder down into the floor, and you're just going to do some tiny arm circles, okay? And remember, what goes clockwise must go counterclockwise, so then you reverse that movement. Good. And then you switch sides. Let that arm hang, and then rotate around. Good, about 10, and then reverse for another 10, okay? Good, and release. Also, taking those arms straight out to the sides, keeping that bend in the elbows, opening up that chest, making sure you drop those shoulders down and back, away from the ears. And then always when you do this move, you want to reverse that. So you want to open up. Right now we're squeezing the back, but releasing the shoulders. And then we're going to reach forward, clasp those fingers together, push away, suck those abs in, and drop that head right down between those arms. And what that's doing is opening up all the way across the back into the outside of that shoulder. And then release. Now you can always take that arm across the chest. I want you to remember, keep those shoulders facing forward. We're not doing this. Shoulders are forward. Take that arm right across the chest. Never grab the wrist. Never grab the elbow. Those are joints. Somewhere in between is fine. Wrap those 4 fingers right around. Thumb is on the back side. And I want you to pull open your chest. Okay? Notice how those shoulders went back, down, and away from my ears and stretch out. Good. And then you can take that same arm right across, 4 fingers and a thumb, and then pull back, okay? It's going to get that outer side of that shoulder, okay? And release. Good. So make sure whatever muscle part you're working, that you're stretching in afterwards, okay? So there is your shoulder work for today. And then I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm going to sneak over here and turn it off. Great. Good seeing you. Bye.